I just got home from work, doing a couple of little things on the SRT. We're gonna have to take this rim to get welded at an NCNC at another shop. The one that I took it to, that weld did not hold very well. After when I did the bushings, you can see it there. The crack came back. Now it's holding pressure, but I just can't sleep at night. I took it to the guy. I told him that I couldn't sleep at night with that like that. So I left it there. They were gonna redo it for me, but they wouldn't do it. I mean, he was gonna do it. I went to wash the other car while I left it with them, and he gave me a call. The guy that did the welding or worked at the particular welding shop went ahead and took a look at it and said that it would hold, that it was okay. I don't know about you, but I've inspected welds. That was part of my job that I, as when I was training and in training and everything else, to inspect welds and for my license back in the day. And that weld, if a weld cracks, that's no good. That's not good. That's no bueno. So, whatever. I brought it home. I said, let me see. I took the guy's word. I mean, I'm glad that they didn't take my money, so to speak. But I just got to take it to another place. I took a shot, see if these guys could do it. They said they could. I said they sent it out. They have another place do it. I've been going to this tire place forever. I'll still use them for tires and balancing, things like that. A patch if I need one. But I really wish I had a tire machine. I'll tell you, a tire machine and a balancer, then I wouldn't have to have anybody touch my car. I have to go to anybody for anything like that. But I went ahead and did it, and it looks like it's no good. So now I got to take a picture. I got to call a place, see if they could do it. These rims on this truck are such a pain in the ass. And I know everybody's like, oh, why don't you just get new ones? It's not easy for this damn truck. It seems like I can't. Nor do I have the funds for it right now at this time. I just want that damn rim fixed. Because these are staggered wheels. The rear bigger than the front. The fronts have the Brembo brakes. So, it doesn't fit. All this. Oh, what a nightmare. Then on top of that, I don't have a flat because of that. That's another thing I can't stand. I made a little makeshift repair kit in case I am on the side of the road. I had to use it already once so I could put a plug in a damn tire. Was not happy. Was not happy. But listen, I got to do what I got to do because I'm not going to be stuck on the side of the road because I got a damn flat. If it's a flat that can be fixed, I'll fix it and get to where I got to go. But to be sitting there, helpless, I can't stand it. I cannot stand that. But anyways, we did a little dressing up on the car or on the truck. We had a little SRT badge down here. Yeah, I got to take off this bumper and do a good repair on it and repaint. But did that. Put a little sticker here to cover the little boo-boo here that was done prior to me owning it. And I threw on the Dodge stripes. And that's what takes me to the video for today. Did this. They came out nice. I like how they look. But if you look closely, we got some air bubbles. So, got the heat gun. Got a pin. And that's what we're going to do. I'm going to work on it. I'll try to video it a little bit. I'll put you guys on my head here on the head mount. And I'll take as I'm doing it, I'll take video. And you guys will see. Just heat it. I'm using that trim tool to flatten it and comb it out. And should look nice after that. Should be good. It's cold now, so it's really not the time of year to really be doing this, but the heat gun helps out. I've had these for a while. I said, you know what? The other day when I was tinkering, I said, let me get this on here. I had to unstick this because this was lifting right here in the corner. If I let that go, air would get in there, dirt, water, and it would start to lift. And it actually tore on me over here. Don't like it. I had to retrim this, but it held. It's okay. If I had to put another piece, a small piece here to hold it down, I will. But right now, we're going to rock with it, and we're going to just get this done and try to get these air bubbles out and have it lay flat. Hopefully my impatience, I've waited long enough, doesn't come back and bite me in the ass, right? Right. So you take your sharp pin, and you make a little hole. Tiny little hole to get the air out of there. Then you're going to take your air, going to have it on a low setting, and just hit it. Yes. This is about, what, maybe an hour after, hour and a half. Of course, my girl had to call me in the middle of all of it while I'm trying, but I had put some wax on it after I did it because I had to use the alcohol and water mix, which will wash off all of your wax and anything on your paint. I had to reapply a little bit of wax after I laid it back down, and I got it good. So we put some wax on this bad boy, and I used some water mixture again, wash it down again after I tacked it, got the pinholes in it, got it out. I got the large bubbles out. The majority of the bubbles are out as far as big ones. There are some small ones still left, but after about a week or two, they should come out on their own. I am in the Northeast. It is kind of cool. It was 34 degrees last night, but the weather is going to warm up for a little bit longer now, but this car is kind of stuck in the garage right now until I get that rim welded. But that's the good old fun of cars, right? So, all right, so we went ahead and we applied it. I'm very, very happy with it. First time putting them on, actually. There's a little bit of scratches that you're gonna see, hairline scratches that are in the decal, but not really anything that's anything to worry about. Actually, if I was to hit this with a buffer, I'm pretty sure that would actually come pretty good, but you're not gonna really see it unless you're looking at an angle and all that. And this is a driver, but you can see the reflection from the wax that I put on the section after I re-waxed it to make sure she's good. And I love how they came out. They came out pretty good. I hit the pinholes with the pin. I hit it with my nail over it, little slightly back and forth to work the air out of it. These are very, very tiny bubbles. These little tiny bubbles should work their way out and come on out. But all in all, it looks beautiful. And believe it or not, I did these by eye. I didn't measure them. I didn't mark them. I did each stripe individually by eye. And I just wanted, being that it's an SRT8, it's got that 6.1 in there. I wanted to make sure. I gotta actually clean those covers. I want to try to hit those and get the color back onto those covers. And just wanted to show that little heritage stripe. That's all. I think it makes it pop. The black with the red. You got the red Brembos, which that's another thing. I want to get these stickers again. I put these back on because they faded. I think the rears are still okay, but the fronts are gone. But I want to get a set of all of them. I wouldn't mind actually respraying these, but I don't know if I'm going to go that far right now with all the other things I'd like to do. So, but I think that came out pretty good. The truck needs to be clean. It's filthy. Unfortunately, I tell you, I got all the stuff to detail the cars and work on them and everything else as far as making them look all pretty. But I'll be honest with you, I'm terrible when it comes to cleaning my cars. I mean, look at this point. This thing is a 31,000 mile original car, and it's got dust on it like you wouldn't believe. But I'll get around to her too. Now there is wax on this truck. Wax does protect your paint, but it needs a wash. And I would like to re-wax it, and I'd like to hit it with some of the. I do have the graphene coating kit, which I want to use from Adams. I want to put that on, but it takes a lot of time to do it, man. And that's one thing, boy, the patience to do that stuff sometimes. People don't realize how long it really takes to detail a car. It takes quite a while. It's a very long time, and I'm always more interested in making sure everything's running and running good and this and that and doing what I got to do as far as maintenance goes more than the pretty. And I will go through a brush car wash sometimes. Hey, listen, what can you do? Especially up here in the Northeast when it's 15 degrees outside and you got salt all over your car. You ain't going to go out there and wash your car by hand. Sorry, it just can't be done. Yeah, you can sure put a hot bucket of water. Ain't got time for that, man. So, anyways. So I'm very happy with those stripes. That's really all the stuff I've wanted to do on the outside of the truck. Just little subtle things. I got some valve caps that say SRT on them that are black to put on the wheels. I got the SRT little emblem there, the little red there. I wouldn't mind trying to find like a spoiler for the rear. A little subtle little spoiler in the back. We'll see if I find something, if I go that far. But right now the main thing is to get this rim done. I really want to work on that quarter. This truck, it's amazing. It had one owner. I'm only the second owner. But, my boy owned the car. He took care of maintenance and stuff, but there were certain things he didn't do, like grease hinges and things like that. I took care of all that. So you had to hear the doors when I first got the truck. It was like opening an old barn. It was ridiculous. And then when I sprayed it with the PBR, or the PBR, the PB blaster, you had to see the rust that was raining down from the poor hinges. I was like, oh my God. Then I hit it with the lithium grease. And of course, I maintain all that now. The seal in the rear hatch by the window is a problem. And that's what's killed the rear hatch on this truck. Almost to the point that I don't want to fix it, because it really looks like it's too far gone, because it's actually at the edge. I'll show you guys another video. I think I already took video of that when I went in there, because my hatch stopped working. And I was like, what the hell is going on? It turns out it was just a lot of rust in there. I had to do the same thing. Remember, the car used to be by the ocean all the time. Now, I live in Long Island, which is surrounded by water, but I'm not near the shore. My buddy, where he lives, when he lived in the Rockaways in Queens, his backyard was the water. It was Jamaica Bay. So she was near the water a lot. And for all that, I'll tell you, there's very little corrosion here. The main corroded pieces on this car is the radiator support, which I would love to do. And I would love to even attempt a mod at it and doing it with riv nuts to make it completely removable. I think that would be more cool if I could do that. Put some rib nuts in there, clean it up, put a brand new one in, and just use bolts to put it together. That way it could be unbolted, and I could take the whole front apart if I ever want to pull an engine from the front. I was thinking that might be a mod that I might attempt to do. The frame rails are pretty good. The rear section is like a subframe on this truck. That needs some attention. That's got a lot of rust. It looks like a typical rear differential on a car, that isn't painted. That's what it looks like. But it's thick metal, strong. I got to hit that up and get under there. But, with all the projects, we'll see if I could get it rolling, man. I wish I could do this full time and I was retired already. But I got to go and pay the bills another way, right? So, like everybody else. It's not easy when I got all these projects and all these cars to work on. So, I enjoy it. That's what I wish I could be doing and have fun doing all the time, man. It is what it is. This is my hobby right now. And I love it, but I used to love when I did it for a living. The dream would be to have a real shop and be able to run it, but it's difficult. That's another conversation for another time with all the leasing and everything else these days. Although now with the chip shortage, the used car market is kind of good and people are trying to keep their cars on the road, but it's not like I'm going to open a shop tomorrow to benefit from that. But anyways, that's done. That's good. Came home from work. I said, let me knock that out quick because it was bugging me a little bit. I ended the stripes in here, cut it with a razor blade. I could have cut it shorter and make it look a little more symmetrical, but I wasn't really concerned about that. It looks nice outside. When the hood is closed, it looks good, and I wanted to overlap the fender good enough. I had to bring this up a little bit here, and it actually broke on me here. I said, uh-oh, I better heat it because, as I said, it's cold up here. So I had to take this, and when I came up on it here, the piece actually came off, and I said, oh my God, because this was lifted just a little bit like I showed you guys before, but picked it up, hit it, laid it back down. If I needed to, I could grab another piece of the vinyl. I have some left over. I have another whole set because they have you do both, but I don't want to do both fenders. It's only one fender is what you need. The Dodge emblem and the Dodge stripes go that way. If you put it on that side and put it on that side, the Dodge emblem would be on this side if you're looking at it, and this way. That's my thinking. That's my craziness. So I could put it on this side to match it, but I don't need it. I don't want it. I only want it on the one side, So, but that's just me. And I had to cut this, and I cut it here. I could cut it up here if I wanted to, right here, but I don't want to scratch the paint underneath and make any kind of potential for good old rust like that. And this entire, I've hit this before with a little bit of rust converter to try to slow this, but you see some of it has come back. For some reason, I don't know why, this entire radiator support underneath looks like it was on the Titanic. It was in the ocean. I don't know why. I have no idea why, but the rest of the truck is pretty good. Just very minimal corrosion. Very minimal. Which, like I said, I want to attack and get done. I'm sorry I keep screwing up the angle and I keep showing you guys the ceiling. I'm holding this GoPro with the head strap. But anyways, again, hopefully we'll get better with the camera angles and whatnot. Right now, I'm just trying to get the raw footage out to you guys, try to get the channel going and see how it goes, you know, and just be part of the more part of the car community, you know. Out here in the Northeast, it's a little rough. We got a lot of car shows and things like that, but I never have a chance to go because I work weekends most of the time. I work on Sundays, Saturdays. I have available. A lot of the stuff is on Sundays, not Saturdays, and I got to be working, etc. And you know, it is what it is. You know, life takes over, but I still get to have fun and do my thing, and that's that. So. All right, guys, I'm rambling a little bit, which is, you know, the usual, but it's okay. We need to ramble sometimes, you know. Help out people out there that are feeling the same way about a lot of things. But anyways, that's that. So, got to get that damn rim fixed so I could get this baby on the road. I'm dying to test drive it after fixing that front end. Those front diff bushings were destroyed. You know, now I know she's going to hook. I'm not going to feel a thump in the floor pan anymore, and she's going to hold right. When I used to feel going into curves, I felt like I felt a bind from that front axle, but that's not going to be the case anymore. I cannot wait to take her down the road, but got to do it right. I can slap this rim on and take it down the road, but even just for a test, but I do not want to get stuck with this car. I have nightmares about that, being stuck on the side of the road without a damn spare tire, etc. But we're going to go and get that rim repaired the right way. I'm sure that's going to cost quite a little bit, but it needs to be done because it's very difficult to get rims for this truck. I love the truck. I really do love this truck. The exclusivity is a thing, though, that I don't like. You know, it's a WK Jeep. What's the big deal? You know, yeah, okay, it's got a 6.1. It's all-wheel drive, so but why are all the parts so specialized, you know? As far as I'm concerned, that's a total crock of shit. Excuse my language, people. But it just really is, you know. But alright, guys, we're going to finish up here. I'll get back to you guys hopefully when I'll be doing the muffler. I should be getting the parts in for the muffler hopefully later on this week. And I could get that thing in there, cut it out, put the new one in, get that going because they want to pass this bill over here with a loud exhaust. Forget it. $1,000 thanks to all the backfiring exhausts that, you know, these guys want their cars to sound like motorcycles, which is completely asinine and retarded to me. Also, you know, they want to see fireballs so their car can burn. It's great idea. So, you know, you got the Hondas with the backfiring exhaust, you know, getting a whole 90 horsepower, whatever. I'm not a big import guy, sorry guys, but listen, if that's your thing, that's your thing. I got love for all car people, but I just don't see it, and the stuff that I see up here is ridiculous sometimes with these guys. They do crazy things, and all of us end up getting hurt behind it, and, you know, whatever, but, you know, it is what it is. You like your Hondas? Fine, go ahead, no problem. And listen, the car culture is car culture. I back any build. I've seen some beautiful import builds on Subarus. I've seen some Hondas. I've seen this, that, you know, but just never been my thing, really. I had an Eclipse a while back that I did want to bring back, but the heart of that car was a Mopar motor. It is a Dodge motor that was in that thing, but anyways, it was a Neon engine, if I remember correctly. It's a Neon motor with a Mitsubishi head or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. But that was a fun little car, you know. Paul Walker type Eclipse, one of those. I like that car, but that thing rusted completely away, man. Mitsubishi just really doesn't make, I don't know, their cars these days are, but I'm more of a muscle guy, you know, but like I said, I support any and all car culture, so yes, I'm not hating on the Honda guys, all right? But the backfiring exhausting, I've never liked. I never cared for it. A nice throaty sounding exhaust, beautiful. But this backfiring crap, oh Lord. You know, there's absolutely no benefit to that other than to just make a ton of noise and say, look at me, look at me. You know, I'd rather say look at me with a nice sounding 302 H-pipe, you know, some Flowmasters, something nice. But it is what it is. So, you know, up here in New York again with the rules and regulations up here, it's getting like California. It's getting like California. Not quite there yet, but it's getting there. It's heading that way. Making it hard, man, for the car culture. And at least they still got tracks, I believe, in California and whatnot. We barely have anything over here. We got a circle track out here, and that's really about it. I don't think there's any other one in the whole damn state. Even upstate, I don't think. Maybe there is a drag strip up there somewhere, all the way upstate. I'm not sure. There might be one further up. I got to look into that again. But anyways, all right, guys. Take care. Keep wrenching. Do all that good stuff, man, on whatever you got. Keep them going. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. And build it for you. You know what I mean? Even build it for you. That's all I gotta say, man. If that's what you like, that's what you like, you know? But that's that. You know, you build what you build, you like what you like, and that's that. And that's it. It's just a matter of spending time in the garage, spending time with yourself, turning wrenches, having fun, learning, try to get the family involved, and, you know, just have fun and be safe out there, you know? All right, guys. Take care. Have a good one. Bye. Till next time. I gotta work on these sign-off things. I have no idea.